All right, welcome back to the Man Cave. I'm your host. Got a little video for you from the Men Only channel. I'm going to leave the link in the description box. They got some really good content there. So check it out, why don't you?
Men are owed a global apology. You see, we were sold this lie as women.
Today, we'll explore the reasons why leftover women are facing challenges as men are
Jesus.
no longer pursuing them as they used to. If you enjoy the content, please consider subscribing and turning on the notification bell to support the channel. Let's get started.
What happened to men pursuing girls?
What happened? Why aren't men pursuing women anymore? Honestly, I don't know why women keep asking this question over and over. But let's see if we can try and explain it to them one more time. But let's be honest, though, the answers we're giving them are going to go in one ear and right out the other, because the reality is they don't really want to know what men actually think. They just want men to validate what they think is the reason, even though it's completely wrong. So why are men not approaching women anymore? Well, to quote an old guy from a few hundred years ago, let me count the ways. And I'm going to give you the three biggest reasons why men have stopped approaching. Number one, because there's nothing to be gained in doing so. Sorry, ladies, but men have figured out that while you think you can have all the insane expectations in the world, you know, like if he isn't 6 feet tall with six-pack abs and a six-figure income, you also tell us that if men have even the slightest of expectations, hell, any at all, then we're controlling, manipulative, and abusive. The expectation in today's relationships is that they're a one-way street where men give, and get nothing in return. Thanks, but no thanks.
And just like the foodie dates, can you imagine when you as a man take a girl on a date, everything's going great, you think everything, you're happy, she sounds and looks like she's happy, and then you get, not even on the lips, you get a simple peck on the cheek. But what started happening with social media, not only did women expose themselves, but men are exposing the women without any doubt how things really work. So pretty much, these men are telling them, yeah, you went on a date with that chick. She went straight to my house. I didn't pay anything. Brought the doggy bag for me because you, the beta male simp, thought that you were taking a girlfriend on a date, that you were getting to know her. She said, oh, it's for my son. So you paid for the extra meal. Only to find out it was actually for her new daddy. And she, not only he gets to pump and dump her, but he gets free meal on your dime. And men were telling other men this. And that's why the foodie date thing is starting to become a thing of the past. And women are upset about this. But what he said about, you asked us to not bother you, so we're saying, fine, we won't bother you. You threaten our lives. Yes, because that's what you told us will happen. And seeing how what would happen, they started thinking, you know what? I don't want anything to do with you because you're a liability.
Number two, because it's not safe to approach women anymore. The risk to being in the vicinity of a woman or a group of women, let alone approaching one, is simply too great. False allegations are rampant at work, at school, in the home, literally anywhere in today's society. Women have weaponized Me Too and are using it to get back at men for even the slightest of reasons, knowing not only will they be believed, even when it's been proven beyond a doubt that they're lying, but that they'll get a ton of sympathy for the trauma they faced. Approaching a woman nowadays isn't just taking the risk of getting mocked, made fun of, or told to go away, incel. It carries the very real risk of arrest, prison, and having your life destroyed. Ask yourselves, ladies, would you be willing to take that risk, knowing that if you just happen to pick the wrong person to approach, they'll destroy your life just because they can? Yeah, I didn't think so. And finally, number three, the biggest and best reason of all. You told us not to, ladies. You've made it abundantly clear you don't want us, don't need us, and most importantly, don't want us approaching you. So while you may think we men aren't listening, aren't paying attention, we heard you loud and clear, and we men are giving you exactly what you want, which begs the question, why, for the love of God, do you keep asking these same questions over and over?
It's true.
Because women aren't imaginative. If one woman says, "Where are all the good men?" You're going to hear it in 50 different languages. Where are all the good men? Where are all the good men? I would like to know where all the good men are. I don't believe that they do things, whatever language that is. It translates as, where are all the good men? No matter what happens, when you are part of a westernized society, guess what? You're going to realize that everyone says the same thing, either for traction so that their channel can get more likes, or pretty much they're just that stupid. They know you have the group of women who know the answer. You have a group of women that really pretend like they don't know the answer. And then you have the women who legitimately just can't understand why that's the way it is. Women are probably on social media more than men are. And they'll still pretend like they don't know why. Because women are allowed to be as stupid and mentally challenged as they want to be, because no one will hold them accountable. Yes, men don't want to put their life on the line for you anymore. I'm a advocate of telling men, don't ever lift a finger to help a woman. How many times, countless times, over and over again, have you seen a video of some dude that tried to help a woman and she rather defend the dude who's her boyfriend against you? Not to mention, you don't know if that dude's packing a knife, a gun, or whatever. You're going to risk your life with somebody who chose to be in a relationship with someone dirty? And here's the thing. For all the people saying, well, what if that was your mother? My mother doesn't treat men like crap. I'll protect my mother. I'll protect my sister. I'll protect any member of my family, but I'll never protect a stranger. Why? Because strangers can't promise you nothing in the end. You cannot promise me that I can trust you in the end, that you're going to be a good person and respect, or even try to back me if I try to help you. These women make videos after videos after videos telling them, don't look at me at the gym. Don't approach me at the gym. Don't say hello to me. You got to look like this. You got to look like that. No, that's an ick. You women know the answer. You just keep asking. It's like that stupid video where the guy he or she posted a video about something that we all know is stupid, that we all know is wrong. But was he in the wrong? Did he do this? Get some traction in my comment section. That's exactly what it is. You just want traction in the comment section. We all know that it's wrong what the person did, but we're gonna act as if it's totally fine. I put down in my TikTok a video about a picture of a woman who wrote on her TikTok her Twitter, about how she was flabbergasted at the size of her son's pee-pee. Of course, she didn't get banned. Of course, she didn't get striked. But guess what? People had a problem with a father having his daughter in his arms with her legs wrapped around him, his child, while they're dancing together while he's cooking. Oh my God, the pedophilia. That's not what you do to a daughter, but yet that gets a pass.
Truly mind-blowing how these women want to find happiness and fulfillment in their lives. They need to start looking inward instead of outward. Otherwise, they'll continue to chase after the wrong things, only to end up empty-handed in the end.
Hey, little Bumble update. I was supposed to have a date tonight.
We're starting off real good.
We're supposed to meet here at a restaurant at 7:30. It was gonna be a first date. The guy pursued me, of course, and we chatted probably for like 4 days. And like yesterday, he was like, "Hey, can I have your number? Let's talk off of here." And I was like, "Sure, let's do it." And so we did. And so he's texted me, like being consistent, and he was like, "So when am I gonna be able to take your, pretty butt on a date?" And I was just like, "Well, I'm free like anytime in the evenings, like after 6. Like I work, and on the weekends after 6. I work on the weekends too." And so he was like, "Okay, well, I don't have any plans tonight. What about tonight? Is that too early?" And I was like, "No." I was like, "I don't have any plans either." And he's like, "Well, would you want to go, grab a drink, go to dinner? What would you want to do something?" And I was like, "Yeah, I would love that." I was like, "I'll be free. Like we can meet somewhere. I can meet you at 7:30 somewhere." "Okay, where do you want to go?" "You just pick a restaurant and I'll meet you there." And he did. Love that. So he, we text up until about 6:30. And so at 6:40, I was like, "Hey," "it'll be 15 minutes and I'll be, leaving." It takes me about 15 to get there. Nothing. So I was like, "Okay, cool." So then I texted him at 7 when I was leaving. I was like, "Hey, I'm on my way. Nothing. So then I get to the restaurant, and it's about 7:20, and I'm not early for anything. Like, we're supposed to meet at 7:30. I'm normally here right at 7:30. But I was early. And so I called him because I was like, well, maybe he's driving. I don't know how far it takes him. He just, whatever. Call him, and no answer. So I looked, I was like, he hadn't blocked me because my texts are still going through. He hasn't blocked me on the app, so, like, whatever. So it is now 7:52, and we're supposed to meet at 7:30, and I've heard nothing from him. So, this sucks. Like, why waste my time? Because I stopped working early so I could leave, get home, get ready. Like, you pursued me. Like, why?
I will make it as simple as you were incapable of doing, to just tell the entire world on TikTok that you got stood up. I don't even know how long it took. I have absolutely no idea. I actually think I just fell asleep. He found a better choice. You're on Bumble, sweetheart. He found a better choice. You were the runner-up. You were the person that he goes to if everything fails. If it doesn't work out, guess what? He'll come back to you. And he'll come up with a lame excuse, and you'll take it. But you want to know how I know that you're the runner-up? No offense, you're chubby, and he probably found the girl that was not giving him as much play, but looks better than you. So he dropped everything he already planned with you to go with the other chick who clearly was better. But here's the thing. You'll take him back. Even if he doesn't show up, he'll take you back. You'll take him back. Why? Because you want him that badly. How do we know this? I don't normally show up early. I show up exactly at the time I'm supposed to, which means you wanted to make sure you were there bright and early to accept him. That's Chad standards. You better be waiting on him. Plain and simple. You got stood up, and you are the runner-up.
Why waste my fucking time? Like, that's what pisses me off about dating in this world, is like, be a damn adult and, like, cancel. Like, or don't even pursue me. Like, don't waste my time.
You ever notice that women say this? And women know that women do this all the time to men. They know that they do this all the time to men. When they find something better, they'll just won't say anything. Or I never heard of a man going on a dating site just to get attention from other women and then just stop talking or come up with a lame excuse. Well, my grandmother died. Oh, sorry, I was away from the desk, or my phone died. Women do this. But they'll ignore it and move on from that. They won't bring that up ever again. But they know that women do this on a regular. You waste men's time all the time. For that guy who did it to you, there are 10 men that you probably have already done it to them. But of course, you're victims. You're the only ones this happens to. Men never have this happen to them. End of story.
It's very frustrating. Just to be like I've wasted my time, wasted makeup, you know, to come here, wasted gas, and then just for you to not show up when all you had to do was, I don't know, not talk to me or just not ask me out. Like, what's the purpose of it?
To get you,
here
but
we
they found someone better.
Fourth time. Cool.
Listen, keep it real. They found someone better. You were a runner-up, and you're just not realizing that the guy found someone better than you. You're chubby. You chewing gum while you're having a conversation. He knew he had you in the bag, and he knows he'll have you in the bag after this. All you gotta do is say, "Oh, I'm sorry, something came up. My apologies. Let's go out," and you'll be like, "Okay." If this was an average guy at your level, you would have never treated him this way. You would never give him the time of day. But because it's Chad and everybody else wants him, you wanted to feel like you were one of them. Sorry, baby. Clearly, you weren't that good enough. You weren't Ken enough.
Appreciating the good men who are out there, instead of playing games and chasing after something that may never materialize.
I have had multiple men in my adult life ask me the same question. Megan, you seem great. You seem awesome. How come you've never had a boyfriend?
Because you're fat.
How am I supposed to answer that?
You're fat.
Because, yeah, I am great.
I'm sure you are.
I am awesome.
Yeah.
But it's like when you go to a job interview and they're like, what experience do you have? And you're like, well, actually, this is going to be my first job, but like, I'm really prepared for it. I went to college. I got all the classes done. Like, I know exactly what this job needs from me. But they're like, but you've never had experience? You've never done this job before? And they don't hire you. That's how I currently feel. Because, again, multiple men in my adult life who I have talked to have asked me that question, and I say the same thing back, like, I don't know.
Okay, I'm going to explain it to you. Now, I like chubby girls. Don't get me wrong. I think they're fun. I used to before I was hitched. They're entertaining, and back in the day, big women actually had a lot more respect. I know that sounds weird, but big women back then did not carry themselves like the big women of today. Back in the day, you would get with a big woman, she would at least give something else to the table outside of, just having a vajayjay. They'd have great personality. And trust me, personality is a beautiful thing, especially for women, because most women don't have that. But then, after one song, I Like My Girlfriend's BBW, now y'all all lost your damn minds. Now y'all think you're 10s. And I'm going to say, one specific group of women, no matter how robust they were, would go around talking about how they're perfect 10s. Now it's filtering to all the other women in the Western world. And y'all all think you're 10s, 500 pounds, stomachs that sticks out more than your booty. You got A cups. You're an A cup with a giant belly, not pregnant, and a giant butt with love handles everywhere else. How do you have love handles everywhere? But that's not me insulting them. I'm just telling you that women were more humble back then. Now with social media, all they need is a celebrity telling them, I like my girlfriend's BBW. Here's the thing. You probably are a nice person, but nobody wants to be seen outside in public with you. That's it. That's just it. And those guys are all people who tell you this are not dating you. Not to mention you talk about, yeah, I'm great. Yeah, I'm this, I'm that. Okay, well, that's probably one of the other reasons why no man is choosing to be with you. There's something else, some underlining problem that you have that they're spotting on, and that's why you can't keep a man.
Because I do feel like I'm prepared for this. I am not hiding anything from you guys. There's not some weird skeleton in my closet. No humans.
Well, no, you're probably hiding something. You're probably hiding a smaller frame that men really want from you.
Skeletons. And I know, without a shadow of a doubt in my heart, that there's going to be some keyboard warrior who looks at me and he says, you know the reason. You know the reason.
Yes, you do.
It's 'cause you're fat. Yes,
thank you.
Honey, I know. I have a mirror. But a plentiful people find love. So shut up.
So why haven't you found it yet? Why are you going on TikTok saying plenty of people can find love?
Anyway. And with this whole shoot my shot series.
Anyway, so you say this, but yet you're complaining online that you can't find someone, but you're so perfect. You see how they tell themselves? They never know how to listen long enough to realize they sound stupid when they're talking.
That I've been doing on TikTok, by the way, sorry there have been no updates, but really there have been no updates. Sorry. But a lot of you guys in my comments have been like, Megan, how are you single? Yeah, I don't know. And I know that this path is not an abnormal one for a lot of people. I know that there are a lot of people who are my age, older or younger, who have never had a boyfriend or a significant other.
That's weird.
So I know that I'm not alone in this.
Misery loves company.
At what point am I not gonna be alone?
When in Connecticut, they have a gym called Edge Fitness. It's actually pretty good. It's $47 a month, I guess. Go to any gym you want. You have LA Fitness. They have pools. You can swim. Good cardio. There are meal prep clothes courses usually around those areas, or you can go online and learn it. What I'm trying to say is clearly that you need to lose weight and be better about yourself. But if you're one of this fat positivity nonsense or body positivity, which is just basically an easy, nice way to say you're fat, be happy because you're lazy. That's probably the reason why. Now, like I said before, if this was back in the day, right, and you were a fat girl, you would be more humble. You would carry yourself differently. But a lot of you don't do that anymore. Y'all want to act like the perfect 10s out there. So guess what? You're going to be treated as if you're not a perfect 10. They will want to have intercourse relationships with you, but they're not going to want interrelationships with you. They're not going to want to do it until you understand that, until you get that through your thick skull. It's not going to happen, no matter how much you want to fight it. Someone said exactly what the problem is, and you just told them to shove it because you don't want to face the fact. Then buy a dog and die alone. That's all I can say about that. Because if you're not going to get it, that you need, if you want these type of men, you got to change yourself. No. They need to be different from me. They need to accept me for who I am. See, that's what society tells you. Society does not dictate if you get a man or not. The men who approach you dictate if you're going to have access to them, their body, and their wealth or not.